Hey guitar enthusiasts, welcome back. In this acoustic guitar lesson, we're going to be doing Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine. This is such a rocking song. I can't wait to teach it to you guys. Let's get into the lesson. So before we even get started, I just want to make you guys aware that my guitar is tuned down a half step. That means each string of my guitar is tuned down by one note. That's what Guns N' Roses does. So if you want to sound like Guns N' Roses, and like me, you would take your E string, tune it down one note to E flat, B string would go to B flat, G would go to G flat or F sharp, the D string, D flat or C sharp, depending on which way your tuner reads it. What's the next one? The A string would go to A flat or G sharp, and then E flat again on the top string. So if you guys want to pause the video and tune up your guitar, go right ahead. If you want to leave your guitar in standard tuning, that's fine. Just understand our guitars might sound just a little bit different. Now this song has a lot of intricacies. There's a lot of different parts, so just stick with me through it. So let's talk about these intros and these verses. The chord progression is really, really simple. It's going to be D, C, G, D, and each of these chords is going to be for 2 measures. So you're going to be playing each chord for 8 beats, okay? And so that's D, D, C, C, G, G, D, D, and then it just repeats that over and over again for this intro and for the verses. So let's talk about the strumming pattern we're going to use. This is a very, very common strumming pattern. All right, it's going to be an accented 8th note rhythm. This is so common. You guys really should have this one like in your toolkit for sure. So now with this song, I'm going to play open chords. I'm using an acoustic guitar, so I'm just going to play open chords. You could play power chords if you wanted to, but I'm going to be doing the open chord versions here, and this is what the rhythm's going to sound like, and then I'll explain it to you. Okay, so what am I doing here? It's an 8th note pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all down strums, all down. And the accents, I am accenting the first beat, the and after the 2, and the 4th beat. And how I'm doing that is with palm muting. Now, if you're not familiar with palm muting or how to do that technique, I'll put a video up here to my palm muting lesson. You can go check that out afterwards if you want to perfect this technique. But all I'm doing is I'm letting the chord ring on the 1, and then I'm palm muting on the and 2, and then I'm letting it ring for and then I'm palm muting 3 and then 4 rings and is palm muted. So it sounds like this again. Okay, so you hear that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 4, 1 and 4. So that's the accents we're doing. So if I didn't even palm mute it, it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that's what we're going to be doing for the strumming pattern, for this intro, and for the verse. And don't worry, I will do some playthroughs later, but I just want to get through each of the sections first. So the chorus section, we're essentially going to be doing the same thing with a little spice on the end chord. So I like to do little flourishes on this sometimes. So the chord progression for this chorus is going to be an A chord, A major, a C chord, and then a D chord twice. So again, we're going to be doing the same pattern. So on the last one, I like to do a little 4 and a. So I just throw a little 16th note. It's called a little flourish. Little up strum on the end of that second D chord to get me back in to the chorus. And at that point, I'm releasing the palm muting on the 4th beat. So what's that going to sound like? What does that all mean? It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 Hear how all those last 3 strums rung out? And it's just a quick down, down, up, down, down, up. So all together, that'll sound like this. And then it just loops through again right back to that A chord. Hey guys, hope you are enjoying this lesson so far. It's so much fun. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications. This way YouTube will let you know when I release more song lessons just like this one. So after we go through a verse and a chorus, there's a solo section, and the solo is essentially just the verse chords played over and over again. And then we have another chorus, and then something crazy happens in this song. We actually change keys, and when we get into our next solo, we're going to be playing some different chords. So let's talk about what we're going to do on this solo section and the outro of the song. So this chorus, before we get into the solo, I would do something a little bit different on that last D chord. I would do what I call a crescendo. So we have, whoa, oh, 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 sweet child of mine. Oh, 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 sweet love of mine. So a crescendo is when we start light. So I was kind of palm muting, and then digging into the guitar more, and then I release my palm to get more volume out of my guitar. So we're kind of creating a build to get into this solo, because this is an emotionally exciting part of the song. We're changing keys, which means we're going to be playing different chords in this section. So we want to emphasize that there's a big change coming up, and I like doing that with just a little bit of a crescendo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So you can hear big difference here, and we're going to be doing some different strumming. So let's talk about what we're doing. All right, so this bridge is where this solo comes in, is totally different. The whole emotion and feel of the song changes because we're changing keys, which means we're playing some different chords, and we're going to be doing some different things strumming wise here as well. So we just came out of that crescendo from the D chord, and then this is how we're going to take the solo. So you can hear my strumming's a lot more open. I'm not doing as much palm muting here. I'm still sticking with eighth notes, and I'm throwing flourishes on the end. So for the E minor, so the chord progression here is E minor, C, B major, okay, B bar chord, and A minor on the end. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, and again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So even within the solo itself, I'm changing up the timing, and I really want to try and accent that change on the chord. So take a listen here real quick. I'm throwing in, as I get into it, more like solos. I mean, when I used to play this live with my band, I improvised a lot of the rhythm stuff. So the rhythm would build as this solo went on, because you're playing this progression 4 times, okay? And then we have this really long A minor at the end. On the 4th time through, we're gonna hold on to that A minor for an extra measure. We have this really, really cool change that comes up. So the 4th time through, we've got E minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then our chord progression changes again. We go to E minor, to G, to A minor, D, G. Okay, so that last measure, there's 3 chords in the last measure. It's C, C, D, G. Okay, C, C, D, G. And then that's where the breakdown comes for the outro. Where do we go now? I come back to palm muting. Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? And you can hear I'm throwing in those flourishes again. Listen again real quick. All right, it so you can hear all these little flourishes, and that's why this song's more intermediate, because there is a lot going on strumming wise, dynamically here in this song, and it's so great with all these key changes. And with this breakdown on the end, you are going to want to explode this dynamically, meaning we're going to start slowly with a lot of palm muting, okay? Bum, 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 bum. Nobody gets it. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? So as the voice and the music gets bigger and bigger, you're going to want your guitar playing to get bigger and bigger with the song. So just a quick note on this outro before I do kind of like a full playthrough for you guys is there's a part on the end where it goes, now, 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 sweet child. So for that part, that now, now part, we're going to do 3 C's, now, 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 and then 3 D's, now, 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 and then back to E minor. Sweet child. Now hold A minor to C to D to E minor. 2, 3, 4. She's got a smile and it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. guitar enthusiasts, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I will be getting on doing a lesson for the intro to this amazing song. Once that's done, I will put a link up there. Until then, YouTube's gonna recommend a couple more videos over there. Go check those out, and I hope to see you guys in another lesson video real soon.